And now, welcome to 7 Questions with Emmy.
Brought to you by Timberline Home, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore. Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. Today we're talking about bugs, specifically the second season of A Real Bug's Life coming out on Disney Plus January 15th.
We're back, baby, and bigger than ever. Don't worry though, bugs are still kind of small.
Yeah, watch me go!
Whoa, where'd he come from? Join me, Aquafina, as we magnify the micro worlds all around us. Our cameras are getting closer than ever before in A Real Bug's Life 2.
Producer Bill Markham and executive producer Dr. Martha Holmes are joining me to talk about A Real Bug's Life. So guys, thank you so much for talking with me.
A pleasure.
Lovely.
So here's the big question. What is A Real Bug's Life all about?
Okay, right, that is a big question. So it's about having fun, it's about entertaining, it's about enlightening people to the wonder of the bugs world. It's about showing how bugs are as just going through life stages and doing exactly what we and all the lovely mammals, the koala bears and the lions and everything else that we love so much, they're doing exactly the same thing. They're being born, they're growing up, they're having a difficult adolescence, they're becoming adults, they're looking for love, they're having their own, setting up home, maybe having kids, maybe not. They're all doing the same sort of thing. It's highly relatable. It's exactly what we're all trying to do. And really importantly, bugs are critical to the planet. So we want everybody to fall in love with bugs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people take bugs for granted, really, but they really shouldn't. They are so crucial in pollinating all our crops. You know, we wouldn't have fruit to eat without the bugs. They provide food for a lot of birds and mammals and reptiles. The whole food chain will fall apart without them. They clean up our waste. If we didn't have bugs, we'd be wading around in dung. So they are super, super important. And the worry is because they're actually declining pretty fast. You know, we've lost 60% of flying insects in Great Britain in the last 20 years alone. So we really need to watch out. We really need to look after our bugs.
Yeah. How did you get so much awesome close-up video of all the bugs?
Well, a lot of research to find the bugs. A lot of really brilliant bug experts helped us out on this series so that we could be in the right place at the right time with the right bugs. Some fantastic equipment. We've got a whole generation of new camera technology that enables us to get right down, close, wide, looking up into the eyes of a spider and seeing their eyes and seeing their reactions. Beautiful lights that we can light them without heating them up too much, but we can kind of see them in their glorious technicolor. Drones that we can fly through the sky, see what bugs are doing, climbing to the top of trees to see how bugs are coping in the canopy. So it's a lot of patience as well. You know, I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes episode, but there's a lot of lying down in the leaf litter in rainforests trying to film army ants getting bitten. So
One thing you will like is that when you get so close to a bug, a tiny ant or something, and it's so tiny and the camera is filling frame with the ant face, if you just held the camera, your heartbeat would make the camera move like this on the ant's face, so you couldn't watch the image. So we remove ourselves from the camera, literally physically, and it's all done with gaming consoles. So you're not actually touching the camera because it's all so sensitive because you're so zoomed in that you cannot touch the equipment.
Wow. And you don't want to scare the bugs away either.
no, definitely not.
And that's actually one really good thing about the new camera technology is that the cameras tolerate really low light. So the bugs just behave naturally. You're not just blasting with them light with light. So the cameras can really pick up just the little bits of behavior that otherwise the animals wouldn't do.
Wow, that's fascinating. What was the most fascinating thing that you learned working on the series?
For me, my favourite character really is the moth in the Love in the Forest episode. And, you know, we take moths for granted. They batter around the lights. We see them all over the place. But that moth is such a wonderful animal. You know, we get close with it. It looks cool. Then we realise that it's got these wings with these scales on. That means that when it gets attacked by a mouse, the mouse is brushed off. Then we realise that it follows a pheromone trail, a perfume coming from a female moth. It can follow 1/1000th of a gram of perfume over 6 miles through the forest, through the trees in the dark. And then as it's going on this journey, the bats come in to try and catch it, and bats use this sonar, this echolocation, to try and catch the bat. But the shape of the moth's tail confuses the bat, so the bat doesn't eat it. And that's just a simple moth. I mean, each of these bugs has got a crazy load of ways to survive, and it's just so interesting getting involved with it all.
Fantastic superpowers. I like the tiger beetle on the beach that runs so fast that its eyes and its brain can't cope with the information that's coming in, so it goes blind. And so it has to run really fast and then stop and wait till its eyes and brain catch up and think, oh, this is where I am. Okay. And then runs a bit more and then has to stop again because it's gone blind again.
Yeah. Real Bugs Life explores insects and bugs all over the world. Where are some of the places that you visited while filming?
Well, our team went to film, I think, 130 different species of bug. I'm just trying to remember the number of countries that we went to. Martha and I, annoyingly, did not get to go to all of these wonderful locations because we're the people who send everyone else. So we used to, when we were a bit younger, go on all these wonderful shoots. And now we largely send other people, which is a shame. But they went to Australia to film the jumping jack ants and the peacock spider, which is a really great character.
America with the Lebanon.
Yeah, the Appalachian, the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah,
and they went to Derbyshire in England, in the north of England, to film bugs in a pond there. That was a very cool shoot. Where else did they go? God, I can't even remember.
Borneo, I think.
Borneo.
Yeah, so the whole, all over the place. But sadly, in this industry, the more senior you get, the less you get to go on location.
So take advantage of being young.
Yeah, make most of it while you're young.
Can you guys tell me about Aquafina's involvement in the project?
Yes, she's awesome. She, I hope you liked her narration. It's quite unusual. She basically is a narrator, which means she's telling the story, but she's also got a visceral reaction to it all. I mean, she doesn't, she's not an expert per se. She also is reacting to how she's feeling as she's watching these shows. And she's also sort of part bug herself. She's kind of reacting like a bug to some of the scenes. So she was really fun, and she really loved the show. She kept on saying, "Can we just stop recording for a second? I want to watch this scene again." And then we'd watch it, and then she'd react, and we'd record that, and we'd put that in. And she helped write the script. She was really fun.
Yeah, I bet. She seems like a very fun person. Do you have a favorite bug, both of you?
Good question. I'm very, very fond of bees. I don't keep bees myself because my husband's allergic to them. But they are the most remarkable creatures. All sorts of honeybees, solitary bees. I mean, there's so many different kinds of bees. They're so important for pollinating all our plants. And they communicate in all sorts of ways. They dream like us. They have dreams when they go to sleep. They communicate by dancing. I mean, they're just absolutely fantastic. If a bee flies 3 miles, a tiny bee flies 3 miles and finds a brilliant meadow full of flowers with lots of pollen, it'll come back and it'll dance in front of its hive. All the other bees will watch it dance, and they know exactly where to go. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
I like, as well as the moth, I like the fireflies because what they do is nothing short of magical. I mean, that they mix chemicals in their back end to create light, and then they flash them in a code to find the other members of their species. I mean, how remarkable is that? There are 2,000 different species of firefly in the world. There are 35 species of firefly just in the Smoky Mountains. And each one has a different code, and they communicate with each other in the dark. And then other species will do weird things like they'll crack each other's code, and so they'll mimic the flash of another species, entice one in, and then they'll eat it, which is a bit of a surprise.
That's a bit naughty.
Yeah, that's a bit. So I don't like those ones, maybe, but I just think you're very lucky in the States to have fireflies. We don't have them over here.
What can viewers expect if they watch A Real Bug's Life?
To be surprised, I think.
To be highly entertained, to be amazed, to be surprised.
To be emotionally engaged, to be sad, happy, angry, all those things.
And to be very well informed.
Yeah.
And inspired. That's what we really want. We want people to care about bugs because they are so important.
I think people will go on this kind of emotional roller coaster, but they will unwittingly learn a lot about these wonderful animals.
Thank you guys so much for talking with me today.
It's a pleasure, Ellie.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, nice to meet you.
You're doing a great job.
I mean, if there's a season 3, if you need a girl to interview you, call me.
Will do.
For sure. Well, let's tell Disney to commission it.
And viewers, A Real Bug's Life comes out, season 2 comes out on January 15th, so make sure you go watch it. I know it'll be great. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye! 7 Questions with Emmy, brought to you by Timberline Home, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore.